criminal justice system and the process from arrest to sentencing. And I'm here tonight with a couple of people from the DA's office, as well as our Director of Public Safety, who will introduce himself, as well as provide some information to you guys in regards to public safety's role in the community, as well as their initiatives. Chief Garrett.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Keith Garrett, and I'm the Director of the Public Safety Department here on Roosevelt Island. For those of you that don't know, Roosevelt Island has 3 different law enforcement agencies that have authority here on the island. The first is the one that I represent, which is the Roosevelt Island Public Safety Department, and we cover the island from one tip to the other tip, north to south, 2.5 square miles. The second is the hospital police, who are represented in the back by their director, Vito Aleo, who's in the back. And they cover the confines of the 2 hospital campuses that we have, one on the north end and one on the south end. And the third, of course, is the NYPD, or New York City Police Department, which designates Roosevelt Island as Sector Robert in their precinct. So Roosevelt Islanders have it pretty well. They have 3 different law enforcement agencies that can perform functions on the island. The department that I represent's mission is to protect and serve the residents, business owners, and the community as a whole here on the island. In addition to enforcing the laws, we are also very proactive in trying to share valuable information with the community through our various summits. We also put on various community outreach programs, such as the PSD Youth Center Connect basketball game, which we just had last night, the 3rd annual, to try to interact with the young adults in the community as well. Many people might not know, but our officers are state-certified peace officers with the designation from the NYPD Police Commissioner as Special Patrolmen. This gives our officers the authority to effect arrests through the NYPD booking system, as well as issue summonses, both traffic summonses, parking summonses, and also C summonses or criminal summonses. All of those items are part of what their authority is here on the island. And you will hear from some other folks from the DA's office as to what happens after an individual is arrested. Contrary to popular belief, our #1 concern or duty is not to make arrests. However, in the event where a crime is committed, we do have to effect arrests. The arrests or the crimes are broken up into 3 different categories: felonies, misdemeanors, and violations. And there are different rules for individuals that are classified as adults as opposed to juveniles. As you will hear later, a juvenile is someone from the age of 7 to 15, and an adult is considered someone from the age of 16 on up. So there are different rules for those individuals when those individuals are in fact arrested. If an individual is arrested here on Roosevelt Island by the Public Safety Department, they are brought into our command center to initiate initial processing. In some cases, they are issued an appearance ticket where they can come back on another day to court. And in some instances, they need to be brought to the 114th precinct for the completion of their arrest process. And then, of course, brought down to Manhattan Central Booking to be charged in Manhattan courts, because Roosevelt Island, as you know, is part of Manhattan and not Queens. So in the event that an individual is arrested and has to go through the system, you will hear from my colleagues to the left as to what actually happens during that process. And this particular forum or summit is supposed to be an information sharing summit to provide you with the information as to what actually happens during that process. So at this time, I want to turn it over to my colleagues from the DA's office, and they will take it from here. I guess the next speaker up will be ADA Jeffrey Linehan.